What's happening, friends? Happy Friday. Good, we're live. All right, cool. Welcome. This is Voice and Robotics. I don't know what episode this is. Episode 19, maybe. We've been working really hard on Carla the past 4 weeks, I would say. Carla is a autonomous driving simulator. And we've been working really hard. I finally got most of it working, which is really good. I think I have all of it working. I just need to get better at using it. So today we're going to play around with something called ROS messages, which we'll use to send messages to Carla. So we'll have an autonomous car that we can actually control with messages. And the cool thing about that is now that we have that part set up, we are one step away from being able to control, let me mute my Alexa, control the car with Alexa. So Alexa will send a message, just like we're going to send a message via the command line. We'll make the car move. So I'll show you how to do that today. I'll also share a lot of what I've learned over the past few weeks. Specifically, Carla's really difficult ecosystem and build process. It's a great package. It's really good. It's just really hard to use, or really hard to set up. Once you get it set up, it's pretty good. So let me drop this in the link here. Let's see, GitHub, JB Nunn, Carla Desktop. This will help you a lot. I've got to update a little bit because what I've discovered now is that version 0.96 is the best one for us right now as of January 31st, 2020. Because 0.97 is out, but it's not great compared, well, the documentation hasn't caught up with it, is what I really think is happening. All right, who do we have? Lord of Sound, fiddling with sound, can't hear you, but that's on my end. Whoa, Jeff's not in the attic today. A tiny bit tinny, more echo. Yeah, I'm in a room, I didn't want to be in the attic today because I wanted to do this on my Mac. I got a lot done on my Mac this week on Carla, so it's my good luck tool right now. I'll be in the attic again soon. But yeah, it's wood floors, wood walls, so it is going to be a little echoey and tinny. Okay, hey Trinity, welcome. Lord of Sound, welcome. I know Lord of Sound worked really hard this week too. He was working on getting his fixed so he can like connect to my server. So right now we can connect to we can have a server running. I can whitelist your IP address. You can connect with the client. But I have some fixes for you, Lord of Sound. So one is, I just read your messages on Twitter, by the way. Thanks for sending those. Version 0.96 is the one to go with. And then your Python issue you're running into, Lord of Sound ran into an issue with Python where if you spin up one of these EC2 instances, especially the deep learning Omni, they're going to, by default, have Python 3 as the default Python. So what I had to do, let's go ahead and connect to that now. What I had to do is set the version to Python 2, and I did not use anything like PyEnv or Anaconda, which I normally use, and I suggest using to manage your packages, but it actually ends up causing a lot of headache in, let's do this, in Carla. So let's set SSH into that now. Okay, so what I did, so what you can do, if you just do Python, by default it does, if you do Python version, it'll be 3.6 or 3.7. But now what I've done is change it to 2.7 by just aliasing. So in my bash RC file, let me make sure you can see this. You see that? Maybe not. I'm going to pull this up some. There we go. That should be better. Nano bash RC. Whoops, that's not it. Nano bash RC, or is it bash profile? What is it? RC. Okay, so I'm just aliasing Python right here to the Python 2.7 binary and then pip as well, because I want to make sure that we use Python 2 and pip version 2. Make this a little bigger too. How's that? Lord of Sound says, I'm in the middle of your EC2 tutorial, which is on this GitHub page right here. And in the middle of this tutorial, having trouble connecting via VNC Connect. I do have the VNC server launched on my EC2 VM. Okay, so I'll show you what I do and maybe it'll help fix that. I'm going to bring this up too just so we can see everything. Okay, where was I? I was in terminal. All right, so we have Python. So let's run the server. So to run the server, I have a script. Let me just show you what it looks like. Server.sh. And all it does is it kills any existing VNC server. It launches a new VNC server. Still don't think you can see that. Pull this up a little bit more. How about that? And yeah, there we go. Make it a little bigger. Everyone's happy. And then it sets the video driver. Lord of Sound, this might be one of the issues. I don't know. This video driver off screen. That's for the server though, and if you're trying to client it, it may not be. But I'm going to run the server file right now. So that should start Carla server. If you see disabling core dumps and it hangs, that's great. That's what you want to see. Oh, but I have not. Address already in use. Okay, so what I did last night is I started the server in a screen session, screen ls. There's a screen, how do I do this? 3032? All right, so let's kill this one. There we go, we'll start clean. So the server should run now. Killing VNC, disabling core dumps. Okay, good. And then we're gonna split this vertically so we can go to the client. So we'll go to SSH. Let's get back into the box. Actually, let's exit out of that. So what you have to do is forward this. So you do a -L. You pick a port, 5901 for me, localhost 5901. And that's just going to take data from the Linux box, pass it back here, and we can use VNC to connect to it. Let's see. Hey, Ice Cream Codes, welcome. Pull this over so we can see everything. It's interesting that... Where's my mouse at? Let's pull this here. So you guys can't see the whole screen. I wonder if that's some weird setup I need to fix later. Okay. You can see that. I'm going to hide... I won't hide myself just yet. Hide lower thirds. I'm a bit confused. I'll hide lower thirds in just a second, Trinity. If I'm trying to log into your server, why would I have VNC into my EC2 instance? Your VNC instance, your EC2 instance will be the client. So I'm the server, you're the client. If you already have Linux running locally, then you don't need EC2. But if you have your Carla client running on EC2, then you're going to need to do that. Let's see if that lower thirds helps. Does that make sense, Lord Sound? Hey, Startup Santa Tana, welcome. Okay. Let's see. So let me show you what client looks like. Client SH. So all it does is exports the display variable. It goes to the examples directory and runs Python manual control. So let's run client. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, let me make sure my screen's not caught up yet. I'll show you, Lord of Sound. So I'm running client, I'm forwarding, and I'm going to VNC. And just so you can see me type it in, I'll do localhost 5901. We should see Carla. There's Carla. And I've learned a few things. So backspace, I believe it's backspace, will change the... Oh, it changes vehicle. Okay. Tab changes the view. So we're in a Tesla there. Tesla Model 3. So there's a first-person view. There's a front view. There's a cool view I found yesterday. Yeah, I love this view. I don't know why. And then tilde changes the camera. C changes weather. So let's do weather and environment. So it's got a nice slick shine to it. There's just an open dry road. Okay, Lord of Sound. Either way, when I put EC2 address into VNC, oh yeah. So you're putting the, you don't need that address. So what you have to do, Lord of Sound, is you want to SSH into your box first. So SSH into your EC2 box. And when you do that, you'll use that -L 5901 localhost 5901. So you're just SSHing into that. Then when you go into your VNC viewer, you're only specifying localhost, not your EC2 address. See if that's more clear. I'll revamp the instructions to make sure that's real clear in the instructions. All right, so and then if you've been on the Twitch stream before, you know that we were able to drive this, no problem. I can use WASD and do all sorts of fun things driving the car. Tab to get to a different view here. Let's go with this. We're in an open town. There are no other actors. We have 60 frames a second, roughly. Everything looks good. So Lord of Sound, what the reason? Let's go back. Let's quit this. Let me break out this. Okay, let's go to Carla, Python API examples. And if I look at manual control.py, you'll see in here there are some args for host. Let's see, host and port. So when you start up your client, my client just runs client manual_control.py, but I could add the host of the IP address that I sent you, which is the IP address of my EC2 server, and then port 2000 is the default. Trinity says, yes, you do have problems crashing. I do. You know, when we get our, when we really get this going, we can say if it I think we can sense, I know we can sense with the LiDAR, there's a built-in LiDAR into Carla. We'll sense objects and we're going to have some fun backing off and doing some autonomous driving. Okay, so the next thing we need to allow us to send messages to Carla is the Carla ROS bridge. ROS is Robotic Operating System or Robotics Operating System. And ROS is just a pub sub. Uses pub sub to pass messages between robots or between a master controller and the robot nodes. So a node could be a wheel, it could be a shoulder joint, it could be a head, it could be an eye. In our case, it could be cars, wheels, odometer, people, everything else. And so ROS has a few. So I've set this up. This is the ROS bridge. I've set this up on the same EC2 server. And now we can start the ROS bridge. So let's do that. We cannot control the car we have here, wherever it is now. All right, I ended the program. We can't control it until we can launch this bridge. So the bridge is launching. That's all good. We're fine with that. I'm going to create another window. Let's just split this one horizontally. Let's log back into the server. Okay, I'm in the server. Well, maybe I'm not. Okay. Let's see. Start it. Oh, let's see. Lord of Sound says, please see my previous message about cannot assign requested address when SSHing to my EC2 box with port forwarding. I wonder if there's something I didn't put in the instructions about port forwarding. Hold on, let's check this real quick. So Amazon EC2 SSH port forwarding. There is, let's see. I like it when I can find something on the AWS website. But I spoke too soon because this isn't too helpful. There's probably some setting in Ubuntu we have to use. Let's type Ubuntu. Set up a blah, blah, blah. Let's try. Oh, here. Something here looked familiar. How to set up, yeah, forwarded ports. Let's see if this has anything to do with it. This is Putty. Putty. Come on, Putty. That's why I'm glad to not be on Windows today. I don't know. When I type it in, let's exit this. My command looks like this. SSH-I, so I'm using my PIM, which I'm sure you're doing, -L. And then the 5901. Let's see. Lord of Sound says, UFW allow 5901. Oh, firewall. Yeah, did I allow that? That's a good point. Let's check that. So Lord of Sound, I'm gonna actually check that on this machine because I don't want to show Lord of Sound's IP address. So let me check it on this other machine just to make sure. I'll look at my firewall and see. Did you happen to allow that, Lord of Sound? Open your firewall, port 5901. Oh, it says nope, that did not work. Let me just check to see if that's the case on mine. So what I'm doing is logging into my AWS dashboard. I'm going to EC2, I'm looking at the Carla instance. I'm going to my security groups, I'm looking at inbound, and I have port 22 open for me. I do have port 5901. So 5901 is open to my IP addresses. So you will need that too, Lord of Sound, but it sounds like you may have done that. Amazon will say, so startups asking, kindly suggest some cool t-shirt design for Alexa Community Day, which is happening in India. Okay, cool. And then Alexa says, use your own design. I don't know if there's an official one, but when Blankenberg and Greg, oh yeah, so Blankenberg and Bullmash will be there. Those are two creative guys. Put them together, they're going to come up with a good logo for you, for sure. Or they have the power to. I'm not going to say they're going to do it. They have the potential to. They're really good. So Lord of Sound, what I would do is open up port 5901 on your EC2 instance to your IP address and see if that helps. Okay, ROS bridge. So do we have ROS bridge running? We do have it running here. So let's try this. Let's get back into the box. Now, once the bridge is running, you can do this. ROS topic list. Okay. Carla actor list. These are the topics it's listening to. So, ROS topic list. Let me make sure this is running. When I've tried this before, there were more topics, but I could have tried one of these. Let's try this. ROS, let's try this one right here. Let's close this bridge. I'm going to launch. Nope, we're going to launch this one. So this should launch. This will not only launch the bridge, but also launch a car into it, into our simulation. There we go. This looks more like what I'm used to. All right, so look at all these topics. So this is data we can either push data to or read data from. And if we log in, let's see. Let's open 5901 back up. Where did our sweet little picture go? Oh, did we may not have exported the display. Let's do that. Export echo. Let's see what the display is set to first. Okay, export display equals 1. Whoops. And then let's run that bridge again. Spawning. I saw something spawning, which is good. Let's go back to VNC viewer and connect. There we go. So now we have that. So now what we can do is we've got, I don't like the resolution. I don't like the car. Let's see if we can change the car. How do we change car? Tilde? Backspace? I've noticed too, I ran this earlier this week. The FPS is really low on this bridge, on this particular one. It's only at 20, so it's not great. That's okay. I want to show you how we can make this car move with a message. So the way we would do that is, let's see, I think there's actually an example here. Available ROS topics. So one of the topics is, let's see here, odometry would probably be a good candidate to send a message to. Twist command is typically a good command to make it move. Vehicle control command. Let's see if we can do, is there anything with throttle? Yeah, max forward throttle. Okay, we're going to publish this message right here. So what's happening is we say ROS topic pub for publish. We give it the topic we want to publish to, which is Carla Ego Vehicle Control Command, Carla Vehicle Control Command. And then we specify a message format. So the message format in this case is Carla messages, Carla Ego Vehicle Control. And then we give it the throttle of 1 and steering of 0. Let's do it. So I'm going to come down here and paste this. Let's get this ready to watch. So we should be able to hit this, switch back to the simulation, and see this vehicle take off. There it goes. And it will run infinitely until we crash, which is what Trinity loves to see. I wonder if I can control it too. I'm trying to turn. Did not turn. All right, that's good. So what we did is publish a message, which was great because now we are this close to being able to say, Alexa, tell my car to go forward. And what Alexa will do, we'll use the Alexa Skills Kit to send a message that is exactly this. We'll send this message to this server and our car will run. So now we can do all sorts of fun things. All right, let me check messages here. Let's see. We would like to have, startup says, we would like to have Alexa logo and our logo combination. Startup, I bet if you type Alexa PNG, you'll get a really, and then set the Google image to, or the tools in Google Images to large, you'll get a really good high-res Alexa logo that you can start with. That's what I would do to start. All right, so let's do a couple things. One, I don't like this ugly yellow car, and I don't like the small resolution. So let's just kind of customize some things real quick before we get into anything else. So I'm shutting that down. Let's shut that whole window down. All right. So if I do ROS topic lists, I killed the ROS bridge. Yeah, there's no ROS topic list. Our server looks like it's probably still running. It gets some invalid stream data, which means our VNC viewer should have nothing if we go to it. All right. Oh yeah, we're not running anything at all. Okay. All right, let's do a couple things. So let's go to Python API, what is it, Carla? Python API examples. So the one I like to work with is, let's see, manual control. Oh, here's what we need to do. We need to, let's go back up here and get this. So you remember the problem we had earlier was that this one gave us 20 frames per second. Oh, my Twitch stream is frozen over here. I'm assuming you can see still. This one gave us 20 frames per second. We need to change see if we can get 60 out of it, because it will be no fun to drive at 20 frames per second. I'm going to restart the server. So server's running. Let's just make sure that this has been done. All right, good. And let's see if our display is set. It's not. Let's export display, whoops, equals 1. And now let's just make sure this, oh, we did that. Let's just run this now. ROS launch Carla bridge. Let's see if we can get 60 FPS. All right, that's running, and let's do VNC viewer. Let's pop this open. Connection refused. Why are you refusing me? Did I not SSH with 5901 on this one? Exit. It did. Let me just see what client SH looks like. All right. Yeah, we're doing the same thing. Let's see if we can connect now. All right, good. Again, one way to test, and especially Lord of Sound if you're wanting to debug without running Carla, just run some simple GUI that you've probably used before. That's good, we see that. Now we can go back to this. Let's launch the bridge. Okay. Oh yeah, so if we go to VNC viewer, right, we don't see anything because the bridge is launched, but there's no, it did say created traffic light though. Now that we've done this, let's do that manual control. So let's split it horizontally. Let's SSH back into this. I don't need to do the port forwarding. I don't want to mess anything up with the existing port forwarding. CD Carla, Python API, examples, Python. I want to do one thing real quick. So we go nano Python manual control. Whoops. Manual control.py. At some point, it adds just a random car in here, right? There's a filter. Where's that filter arg? Filter vehicle.star. That's not what I want. Right here. -- filter. Okay, so let's try this. Python manual control.py filter vehicles dot. How do you spell vehicles? Vehicles.tesla.model3. No available video device. All right. Oh, index out of range. It may not like that filter. Vehicles.tesla. Was it vehicle? Maybe. There. Tesla. All right. Lord of Sound. Added inbound custom TCP role for 5901. Restricted to IP. Log out of SSH with my EC2 box. Then log back in again with port forwarding. Still getting error about assigning the address. I don't know that one. I'll have to look at that one. That's a tricky one. I don't think there's any other settings in Ubuntu you'd have to change. There is one that allows for port forwarding. There's a setting somewhere for X11 forwarding, and you set it to true, but let's see if I put that in a repo. So X11, I didn't put it here. Ubuntu X11 port forwarding. Let's just say forwarding. Must be enabled on the client side. Okay. Yeah, this is it. So Etsy, is it Etsy SSH config? And change that to yes. Do you see that? Let's see. Yeah, see if, I'll blow this up a little bit. See if you go to Etsy SSH, I guess it's SSH config is the file name. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah. So edit SSH config. Look for X11, forward X11, change those both to yes. And then you might have to reboot. I don't think so, though. Save the file, close the window, and then try again. See if that works. That'd be awesome. Okay. So while Lord of Sound's trying that, we have our car. We can hit tab a couple times to change the view. There it is. That's a really cool view too. Let's do that top view, and let's change, what was it, C to change weather. All right, now we can see it pretty clear, I hope. Let me see, looks good on my screen. All right, we've got that. We need another window now. I'll split this one horizontally. Let's get back into that server. Let's do a ROS topic list. Good. So there are a lot of topics here, which is great. All right. Now, we're going to try the same thing. We're going to send a message. Actually, let's see if we can get data from it. So here are the topics. How do we get data out of these topics? If we wanted to be able to receive data, find out how fast the car was going, where it was, did it collide, then we would need this. So let's look at vehicle status. Let's just get data from that. So what we'll do is write a really quick subscriber. So I cannot do that off the top of my head. ROS by subscriber. But I've used this sample code many times, and I will continue to use it until I have it memorized. It helps to type in Python too. There's some C++ that'll get in my way at least. All right, code explained. We don't need to explain it. We just need to see it. Subscriber code, yeah, right here. So I'm going to take this code. This is a subscriber. All we're going to do is pass in a topic and get data from it. So our topic is Carla hero vehicle status. So let's just write subscriber Python, put it here. So what happens is it listens to the topic. When it gets data to that topic, it calls a callback. So you can see here, we're knitting a node, we're calling a node listener. This can be anything we want. So we'll change this to Twitch just because, to show you it can be anything you want. This is the topic name. So what was the topic? Who remembers it? Because I forgot. The Carla hero vehicle status. Carla hero, yep, all right. And string, all right. It's probably not a string. It's probably gonna come in some weird form that we're not ready for yet. That's all right. Python subscriber.py. We're gonna run the subscriber. It's listening right now. So now it's listening for data on vehicle status. So if I move the vehicle, what will happen? Let's go to it right here. I'm gonna hit W. Driving, nothing, we're not getting anything. All right, let's figure out why. And maybe vehicle status isn't what we want. Let's look at the ROS bridge. Vehicle status. Yeah, so if you remember where we had string as a message type, it's going to expect something different. It's going to expect Carla messages that. Let's see, Lourdes, Trinity, can't you get a big Tonka dump truck or something? Yes, that would be awesome. Jeff, can you show instruction where you gave a second ago? I was rebooting when you did, and that. Okay, yeah. If you go to edit this file right here. In Ubuntu, edit etc ssh config. And then change forward x11 to yes, forward x11 trusted to yes. That's something that definitely should be in the instructions. So I'll add that if that works for you. I am confused why I'm not getting any data out of subscribers, so let's figure out what this topic is all about. So vehicle status, control, oh, it's control. Well, object sensor, lane invasion, collision sensor. Let's do that one. This is the one Trinity loves, right? Let's change Carla hero. So I want to see if we get data whenever there's a collision. This would be really cool to have. Like use proactive event notification in Alexa. If there's a collision with your Tesla, then have a notification pop up. So Carla hero collision. And we know it's not a string. It's going to be a sensor messages nav. Whoa, it's not it. Carla messages, Carla collision event. I'm gonna paste that there. All right. The one thing that we're going to run into is right here. Where is Carla messages? So if I try to run this right now, I know we don't need this. Let's go ahead and get out. It should crash. It's going to say, where's Carla messages? All right. So we need, let's go to Carla Python API examples. Actually, it's not there even. It's in Carla ROS bridge. cd Carla ROS bridge. Let's grep it. grep-r, and we're looking for that Carla messages dot. Oh, wow. It's everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little smaller so I can read it real quick. I just need to see how they're referencing it. From Carla messages, import. Can I just do that anywhere? If I do Python. Oh, okay. That's easy enough. All right, so we're going to say from Carla messages dot message import, and we are importing Carla collision event. See if this works for us. And we're going to run this Python subscriber.py with a 1 in. Global name Carla messages is not defined. I thought I just did it. Import Carla messages, MSGS. Global name. What did I do wrong? Let's see, more collisions. Yeah, we're gonna get collisions. That's the fun part. From Carla, can you see this? Carla messages, import that. Cannot import name. Oh, dot message. Yeah, that works fine. So, what am I doing wrong? Let me copy this. This line apparently works. Subscriber.py. That looks the same. Okay. And then maybe down here was the issue. Carla messages. Oh, I see. Okay. We don't need this. We just need this. All right. Subscriber, Python subscriber. Let's do this. Good. All right. So it's listening for a collision. Now we're to Trinity's favorite part. Let's go collide. Full throttle. I'm still getting 20 to 30 FPS. So the bridge is giving us some bad results. That's all right. All right, here we go. Let's see if we get a collision over here. We definitely collided. There we go. So we got a collision. We got some kind of error because of the collision, which is fine. Let's see what the error says. Bad callback function. Carla collision event has no attribute data. All right. Nope, I don't want to do that. We want to nano this. All right, so in our callback, okay, it's just saying this right here. So I heard, I don't like that. So received event data. Let's try it again. Python subscriber. We're listening for a collision. Let's back up. So Q changes the gear. W to give it gas. Oh, look. Getting data. Hero collision. Oh, so Q didn't change the gear. It's still colliding. I thought Q did change the gear. Collision with unknown. There we go. So let me clear this. Let's go back to this. Now we're going to Q again to go forward. We're going to run into this, and then a second later we should see data on the little window. Boom. Great. All right, and this is cool too. Like, just for our virtual world, we get an X, Y, and a Z of the collision event. There's all sorts of fun things we could do with that. All right, startup says, better to teach Alexa both left side driving and also right side driving. Journey, yes, pedestrians, please. Startup, that's a really good point. So this reminds me, I was talking to someone this week actually that trained a model to recognize traffic lights. And it was a neural network to recognize traffic lights, and not only the lights, but to recognize if they're red, yellow, or green. The problem is they wanted to use the lights in one country, but the model was trained in another country where the physical shape of the light is different in that other country. So they trained it on, it's not bad data. If they'd used it in country B, the model would have been pretty good. But they used it in country A, and the model did not do well. So startup is right. Like when you are training, we would be training to drive, right-hand drive or right side of the road drive. But if you want to, you want to be cognizant of where your model will be used before you train and spend a lot of time training it too. I got to drive for a while in Northern Ireland last year, and that was really fun. The roads are not only smaller than what I'm used to, but of course being on the different side of the road, was super intense. I liked it, but I always felt like I was going to either hit the curb or go over this solid middle line. Let's see. So let's think about this now. Oh, what does startup say? We can also extend teaching Alexa about left-hand driving versus right-hand driving. Yes. Okay, so we're getting data out. We can send data in. We have 25 minutes. Should we try to do it with Alexa real quick? Let's think about this. There are a couple of steps to do before. So what we're going to use is MQTT. MQTT, messages, messaging. And so the way what we're going to do is use MQTT to send messages to this Carla server. And Alexa can send MQTT messages through the SDK. So I'll be using the Python SDK, AWS, which is Boto 3, and it's MQTT. It's a lot of words, but it just helps me get there faster. The device SDK, that would do it. But you can use it to send messages. We've done it before on the show for the robot. So for the Roomba, that's how we communicate with the Roomba to tell it to do things. So we're going to use the exact same concept to send messages through Alexa to this server right here. Before we do that, I want to have a really nice, I want to have something with pedestrians, with a certain car. I'm going to stick with the Tesla and just have the perfect client to run instead of getting these random cars every time. So let's do that real quick and see if we can have a nice little setup for us. So we're in examples. I've been running this whole time. I've been running manual control.py. By the way, we could also do this with a real steering wheel. That might be fun to do on the show too. Lord of Sound, can you post a link to the top of the page? Yes. Let's see. SSH. Configure Ubuntu. So SSH Ubuntu X11. Forwarding. It may not be the same link, but it will be, yeah, it is. UCI.edu. UCI. And then I'm going to Twitch, and I'm pasting this here. Trinity says, driving in Malaysia, I was always afraid I'd turn onto the incorrect side. In Malaysia, is the steering wheel on the opposite side too, Trinity, as what you're used to? Because that was another thing. It was like, it'd be bad enough driving. I have a friend that has an old Land Rover Defender that's right-hand drive, driving here in the States, and it looks so weird and it'd be really fun. Yep, everything on a different side. Okay. We were going to make a better demo. Let's make a better demo. So we want NPC characters. So right now if I do Python spawn NPC, this might be the best one to start with, and we'll say 50. It'll spawn 50 NPCs. I think it's, 50 vehicles and then 35 walkers. Let's see if we see them. And we still have our, where's our little dude at? We still have our collision sensor running, which is good. I don't know why I can't see the simulation though. Display is good. Let's try it again. Python, spawn NPC. What else are we missing there? I don't think we're missing anything. VNC viewer, 5-minute one. Say hi. Who's lurking today? All right, Python. That's weird. What was that? Oh, there's a lot of debug info down here. Let's see if manual control brings up the display for us. So manual control runs. This looks good up here. Let's connect right here. Here we go. All right, we'll start with manual control and we'll just bring in NPCs into that. Let's first figure out how to get it in. I don't want the Audi TT. I want a Tesla. So we're going to say Model 3. Let's go here. Where are the docs for this? Docs. Site, and then Model 3. How to model vehicles. Blueprint library. Blueprint library. Model 3. Vehicle.tesla.model 3. All right, we knew that already. Let's go back to this and we'll add our own. That way we don't launch with a TT. Let's just start a new one. Let's copy manual control.python to, we'll call it Twitch stream.python. Let's edit this. And let's go to where, let's give us some space now. All right. Whoops. All right, let's see here. Where are the vehicles? So vehicle dot, vehicles is that, vehicle is that, arg parser add argument. Oh, default right here. Let's just do this. We don't need this. Default's going to be vehicle dot Tesla dot model 3. Let's change this resolution. 1920 by 1080. Anything else we need to change? Autopilot will keep off. There's our port. There's our host. Verbose. Gamma correction. I don't know what that does. Trinity probably understands that. Gamma correction of the camera. All right, Python, Twitch stream, stream.py. Let's see. Ice Cream says, I'm lurking because I'm buried in my project that goes live Tuesday. Well, good luck, Ice Cream Codes. Those deadlines are rough, especially if you have one due Tuesday and you probably have to work on the weekend. I feel bad for you. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to get it all off your chest, Ice Cream Codes? We can help you get through it. All right. We should have launched with a Tesla. Good, we did. And the resolution is better too. FPS is still a little bit low. All right, I don't like window. What happens if we do, how do we change this window size? Oh, here we go. That's still not great. Okay, that's all right. At least we know how to launch with Tesla. Now let's figure out how to launch with NPCs in here, and then we'll be ready to do some more stuff. So let's nano this again, and let's go to, so we've got the blueprint library. We know what that does now. Well, we knew what it did, but now we know how to get the right car that we want. I guess we could make it a Twitch. Let's just go back real quick. We could do a Twitch vote real quick to make sure there's no, what do you want? Tonka truck? Tonka, dump, truck. Wow, Trinity, there are no trucks. Is that right? Tesla. We have a Prius, a T2, Volkswagen, Nissan Patrol, Cooper ST. I guess not. There are probably, I did see there's something in this side of the screen somewhere that shows you how to use new blueprints. So if you want to build a Tonka truck model, I will put it in this and we'll use it. NPCs and quest givers are just moving targets. What's a quest giver? Is that us? Is that the human? I'm going to get new business cards. Let's say quest giver. All right. What was I coming here for? I was going to Python API, examples. We're going to look at spawn NPC and see how they spawn characters. We're going to copy that. We're going to copy their hard work and put it in our Twitch one, and off we go. All right, so number of walkers, number of vehicles, so 10, 50. Vehicle list, walkers list, all. Let's copy, we need these probably. So after these imports, I'll just bring these in. Python will get really mad about these tabs, so we'll get rid of those. Spaces. I was watching the office hours from India, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, and it almost devolved into a spaces versus tabs discussion. I was pulling for it to happen. I almost stoked the fire too, but decided not to. Ice cream, lots of nights. This is Ice Cream's project. Lots of nights, weekends, and even holidays. I designed and built a new electronic health record system for one of our states. That's a big deal. Implementing on Monday and Tuesday, since it's healthcare and data migration is also very crucial. Just lots of dots connect. Yeah, that sounds like a huge undertaking. I hope you're not doing it by yourself. But yeah, I agree with startup. Best of luck. You have lots of PII issues to worry about too. All right, blueprints, walkers. I think we probably have blueprints in ours, but we should check that. Blueprints. Nope. Let's grab both of these. All right. We're getting blueprints. If arg safe, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what arg safe is. Arg safe. Avoid spawning vehicles prone to accidents. Really? There are vehicles prone to accidents? We want those. So if arg safe, number of wheels. Oh, so these are the two Carla Cola. So the Carla Cola truck, remember that one? Looks like Coca-Cola. Apparently, that's prone to accidents. That's really funny. If number of wheels equals 4. Oh wait, if not, Carla. Okay, so it's basically 4-wheel vehicles are less prone than some of the motorcycles. That's really funny. I wonder, that was probably a late ad. Someone was like, we need a way to spawn vehicles that are not going to wreck so often. Where's world at? Let's make sure we're getting world. Oh, we're not. So where does this get world? World is right here. Client get world. All right. Uh-oh. World, client get world. Okay. More accidents. I'm worried about Trinity. All right. 15 minutes. We can do it. Let's do this. So if args number of vehicles is less than number of spawn points, get spawn points, link the spawn points. All right. Oh, I'm trying to figure out if I need this. I don't think we're going to need it. Number of spawn points. Can't we set that ourselves? Where is spawn points at? Spawn points equals that. That's the first time we get it, and number of spawn points. We're going to skip that. Here we go. This is probably what we want. Spawn vehicles. We'll hold off on spawning walkers right now, even though it's going to anger the Trinity. Oh no. How do you justify nano? It's going to be really, really annoying if I have to do this by hand. I don't want to do that by hand. We'll do this. I bet there's a really fun way to do that in Nano, but we're just going to open up code. And we're going to do this, and we're going to do it here. That's not at all what I wanted. I want this code right here. Spawn vehicles. Paste that. Move that. Copy it, and put it back here. All right. Let's see. No more comments. All right. Spawn vehicles. It's probably not going to be happy with this, but we're going to try this anyway. Python Twitch stream. Client is not defined. Client is not defined. Client get world. Client is Carla client set timeout. We'll do that too. Whoops, sorry. Let's that. All right. Args is not defined. Args is right here. Carla client is host is, let's just do this. Port is going to be 2000. So we're going to always assume that this client will run on this machine. More args. Filter V, args filter V. Blueprint get library. What is filter V? Filter V. Vehicles. Okay. So blueprints. So we just want vehicle.star. This will get us all the vehicles. This is for spawning. And then filter W is the walkers. So this is the default. We're going to copy this value. Filter that. Walker pedestrian. Are there any more args that are going to bite us? Args number of vehicles. All right. We're going to set this by default to, we want 50 vehicles. Let's do this. Num vehicles equals num vehicles. We'll set that right here. Num vehicles equals 50. Probably need num walkers too. Walkers equals. How many walkers do you want, Trinity? And Lord of Sound says need to add -4 option to SSH commands. All right, I'll have to figure that one out with you, Lord of Sound. Trinity says 5,000 walkers. We're gonna forget a couple of zeros. All right, 5,000. He wants carnage. So it's trying to build this world args. Let's just do args equals this. Can I do that? That way it's not gonna yell at us. Args role name. Okay, the role name is the name of the car we launched. So we're gonna say hero. Arg's filter is just going to be filter, actor filter. The filter is right here. Where's filter? Filter. I don't know what that is. Arg's filter. I don't know right now. I guess we're going to say vehicles.star again, but I'm not sure. Vehicle.star. I'm not sure that's going to fly. Arg's gamma. What was it? 2.22 gamma. You know, wait, I think some of these args we actually are getting. Let's change this. Whoops. Control C. Arg's filter. Where's our filter at? Right here. Let's bring this back to Arg's filter. Let's kill this for now. This is going to cause a lot of problems probably. This needs to be a string, most likely, and this does too. All right. 5,000. No, oh, come on, Jeff. Better than that. Num vehicles. Colon. I mean, that doesn't matter. Spawn actor is not defined. Okay. Let's copy that. It's probably here. Spawn actor equals this. Cannot import these directly. I don't know what that means. So before line 159, we need to fix that. So ice cream codes, what? I can't even begin to imagine how big that project is. It's for a whole state, so you're having to deal with scale too, like load balancing, all of that. Let's bring this right here. So spawn actor equals Carla command spawn actor. Those are some things we should probably learn about at some point, but for today, we're just trying to bash our way through this. Well, it might have worked. Let's try it. Oh yeah, look, number of vehicles, 51, so it includes our hero, and then let's go, oh, there's cars, look. Let's go see if we can find some pedestrians for our buddy Trinity. 41 FPS, there's an unsafe vehicle. 2 wheels. What is that, a Kawasaki Ninja? Or maybe it's the Harley. It is a Harley, 21 meters away. Harley lowrider. I see more cars, but where are the people? Oh yeah, you know what happened? So we definitely copied spawn vehicles, but spawn walkers. Oh, look at this code. Well, that's some ridiculous code right there. We're gonna try it. We have 5 minutes. Collision. Do we get collision data? Let's go back to our topic. Maybe. I'm gonna clear that. If we come back and that window is data, then we collided. The question is, can we add walkers in the next few minutes? We're gonna try it. So we have spawn vehicles, and right below it, we're going to spawn walkers to make Trinity have a happy weekend. Spawn walkers, we're going to bring back that a little bit. We're going to copy this. Yes, as well. Okay, so Ice Cream says, as well, 7 different interfaces to state systems, pharmacies, billing, etc. All right, we just pasted a lot of code and a lot of chances for things to go wrong. Or, R is not defined on line 179. Let's go to line 179. 179. Arg's number of walkers. We just call that num walkers. Num walkers. Any more args here we should worry about? Maybe not. Spell. Failed. World has no attribute. Set pedestrian cross factor. What is that? World has no attribute. Set pedestrians. Initialize each controller and set target to walk to. Set how many pedestrians can cross the road. We want them all crossing the road. Right? Right, Trinity? It's just... I don't like this. Let's comment this out. Start walker. All actors start. Okay, maybe we just need We're not going to set the cross factor. Let's see if that works. Walker speed, nice. We can make them go fast or slow. Hope it's HIPAA compliant. Yeah, me too. We want we want all pedestrians only in the road, no sidewalks. Let's see if you get lucky here. All right, we have 193 vehicles because we respawned. Oh, I see. Oh, they're in the road. Let's go check this out, Trinity. Maybe. I think someone just fell up here. Look at that bike. And why can't I drive? We may have really overwhelmed it with all these. There we go, we're driving. It's going really slow for me too. I don't know if you think it's because of the stream, but it's because of probably 193 vehicles. There's definitely, oh, those aren't walkers, those are motorcycles, but this one fell. Here, I'm going to break out of this. We're going to, let's see. Why did it launch that many people? Let's restart the server. I really only want a few people, or a few cars. Here we go, we're going to try it again. Python Twitch stream, off it goes, connect. All right, 51 vehicles. Oh, pedestrian, look at this pedestrian. We're doing a little bit better on our FPS. Pedestrian. All right, I'm not going to hurt the pedestrians. We're going to drive into this wall and see if we get collision data, and then we'll call it a day. Less vehicles, more people. Sir, hey, what's up, sir? Bikes cannot drive on two wheels with such slow FPS. You're probably right. The physics engine won't let him. Well, we got a collision, but we didn't get data. Remember we named this thing Hero? ROS topic list. Oh, wow. So everything we spawn now has a topic, which is really cool. We can control, and every vehicle does too, we can control the walkers. It is Hero. But we can use Alexa to control walkers too. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll have competing Alexas. Maybe we're going to have one skill control the pedestrians and one control the cars. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Collision data with people. I'm not touching that one. But if we can edit the physics, then we can make the physics, the people, stronger than the car. We'll just make them way more. And maybe change their material from flesh to metal to steel. All right. So we are ready to let Alexa talk to cars. So the next episode, we're going to write a skill that sends messages to our system. We're going to drive a Tesla around. We're probably going to have fewer walkers to make it a little faster, but we'll have a lot of fun. Any more questions? If you have any, post them here. I'll be on for a few minutes after we end the stream, and then I'm always available on Twitter at JBNunn. And you can always reach out and watch our office hours. Any office hours, Amazon Alexa, you need to fill people in on. Let's see if so Friday, today's the last day of the week. Nothing else today. All right. Well, everyone have a happy weekend. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for joining.